Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a stack of information, sort of sift through it, and really pull out the key insights.
That's right.
Today we're looking at a really interesting career path, a senior finance professional. We're going to trace how these, diverse experiences can build up towards a strategic leadership role.
Like a CFO, potentially?
Exactly. What prepares someone for that top tier?
Yeah.
We've got three main sources: a career summary, a detailed resume, and this list of audit and assurance assignments.
Quite a bit to work with.
Yeah. So our mission really is to pull out the vital nuggets from these docs. Understand that journey from, say, foundational auditing right through to, transformative financial leadership. We want to pinpoint what makes someone ready for the C-suite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's unpack this.
And I think what's really valuable here for you, the listener, is seeing that a career isn't just a straight line upwards.
Mm-hmm.
It often develops through distinct phases, sometimes challenging ones, and experiences that might seem kind of unrelated early on. They can actually converge later to build this incredibly robust profile. It's a foundation that really pays off down the road.
That's such a crucial point. So let's dive into the start then, the very beginning of this journey, his formative years. We're talking about 3.5 years, pretty crucial ones, doing his articleship with an audit firm, Rahman Sarfaraz, Rahim Iqbal Rafiq, RSRIR, Chartered Accountants. That was August 2008 to, February 2012.
Yeah, the classic starting point for many in finance. And this auditing period is just incredibly significant.
Why is that? What's the core value there?
Because it's where you develop that vital 30,000-foot view of a business.
Okay.
It's not just about crunching numbers. You're walking into totally new business environments, maybe every few months. You have to quickly understand their operations, figure out their financial health.
See how it all fits together?
Exactly. See how all the pieces of the financial puzzle connect. It's like getting a condensed masterclass in, loads of different business models.
And looking at the audit and assurance assignments list, the diversity really jumps out.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, look at this. Media, Pakistan Television, Ranjha Enterprises. Then you've got pharmaceuticals, CCL, sugar, the Thal Industries, beverages. Wow, a whole string of them. Punjab, Hadri, Nabahar.
Northern Bottling?
Yeah, Shamim, Northern Bottling, even a stock exchange broker, First Capital Equities, and other brokerage houses too.
Net Worth, MTM.
Plus textiles, rubber pipes, garments, even an educational institution. It's an incredible range.
It really is.
But what's maybe the hidden skill someone develops from auditing such different industries? Something you might miss if you specialized early. What's the non-obvious bit for a future CFO?
Oh, that's a great question. It's not just seeing different numbers. It's about pattern recognition.
Yeah.
Recognizing patterns across fundamentally different business models.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it going from understanding, say, the seasonality to sugarcane,
right,
to the complex inventory cycles in pharmaceuticals, then maybe the unique way revenue works for a media company.
Completely different worlds.
Totally. And that builds this amazing adaptability. You develop a deep, almost intuitive feel for the universal levers of financial health, no matter the product or service. You learn to spot risks, spot opportunities in wildly different contexts.
That makes sense. And it wasn't just the standard annual audits either, was it?
No, it seems much broader.
The sources show he was doing consultancy work updating accounting manuals, half-yearly reviews, even reviewing the cane procurement process for that sugar company.
Interesting detail.
Stock valuations, preparing yield reports, system audits for the Karachi Stock Exchange, auditing net working capital certificates, even financial projections for a garment maker.
Quite the mix.
So connecting these dots, what does this all mean? What's the key takeaway from these early years? How did this set the stage?
Well, this broad, really hands-on exposure, it laid absolutely critical groundwork. It taught him not just how to do an audit, but how to lead them.
Okay.
Across multiple sectors, developing complex audit strategies, really digging into internal controls, writing comprehensive reports. He wasn't just, ticking boxes.
It's managing people too.
Exactly. Managing and mentoring audit teams, up to 8 members, it says here. And beyond that, he was already involved in enhancing accounting systems for clients, even advising on strategic tax planning.
Wow.
It's a foundational grasp of how businesses actually work, beyond just the numbers on a page. It's practical, applied knowledge.
Okay, so after building that really broad foundation, he then makes this significant leap, right? Moving from external audit into an internal finance role at SF Eco Global SZE.
Yes, a common pivot.
But often a tricky one. What makes that transition so pivotal, and what skills from auditing would be immediately useful, or maybe what new challenges pop up when you go from advising to actually doing it operationally?
That's a very perceptive point. Moving from external audit, where you're, well, the objective reviewer,
Looking in from the outside.
right, to an internal role where you're now responsible for the very systems and numbers you use to critique. That's the pivotal shift. You move from identifying problems to actually solving them day in, day out, and being accountable.
Okay.
His audit skills, like understanding internal controls, risk assessment, spotting process issues, those would be immediately useful. The new challenge, probably shifting from spotting what's wrong to making it right within the daily operational reality, often with, real world constraints.
And the career summary document, it really shows a quick progression once he made that move.
It really does. What's fascinating here is the clear upward trajectory. The scope of his responsibilities just keeps expanding, shows real career acceleration.
So he starts as an accountant in June 2012.
Then senior accountant by 2014. And by 2017, crucially, he takes charge of financial planning and analysis, FP&A.
Right, that FP&A role.
Which is a really critical move, isn't it? From looking at past transactions to focusing on strategy and the future.
And the sources actually say he was instrumental in enhancing management's decision-making accuracy and speed through insightful analyses and dashboards then. You said this is shaping strategy, not just reporting. Can you unpack that a bit? What's the biggest misunderstanding about FP&A, and how did he maybe redefine it there?
That's a great point. I think the biggest misconception is that FP&A is just, budgeting or looking backwards at results.
Okay.
But true FP&A, which he clearly got into, is about looking forward. It's not just saying sales were X last quarter.
Right. Here's the number.
It's using that data, mixing it with market trends, operational insights to forecast what sales might be next quarter, to understand why they were X, and then, crucially, modeling different scenarios for management.
The what ifs.
Exactly. He redefined it by creating these actionable dashboards. They weren't just data dumps, they were tools. Tools allowing management to quickly grasp complex situations like, say, the profitability of different products or regions, and make faster, better decisions on things like resource allocation or maybe pricing.
Moving from just scorekeeping to actual strategic navigation.
Precisely. That's the value.
And the pace didn't slow down. 2020 looks like a really pivotal year.
Huge year, it seems.
He gets promoted to lead the entire accounts and finance team, but importantly, keeps overseeing FP&A.
Right, holding on to that strategic piece.
Then later that year, his mentor leaves, and he effectively steps into what looks like the full responsibilities of a financial controller.
Or even, as the summary notes, maybe a CFO in an SME context.
Yeah, taking on those duties while still managing FP&A. And today, he's manager accounts and financial reporting, leading a team of 7.
It really says a lot about the trust the company put in him and his capacity to just keep expanding his skill set, seemingly quite rapidly.
Definitely. Now, one thing that really comes through, especially in the career summary, is his core philosophy, this deep belief in data integrity.
Yes, and its impact on strategic decisions.
He seems convinced by it.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's this fundamental understanding that, as he puts it, messed data couldn't support better decisions.
This will be powerful.
It really is.
Yeah.
He goes on to say, mere data is insufficient. It must be rich enough to perform multi-directional analysis, thereby leading to enhanced strategic decisions. That's a really profound insight for a finance leader.
So what does rich multi-directional data actually look like in practice? Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine a sales report that just shows total revenue. That's mere data.
Okay.
It doesn't tell you if those sales are profitable, or which customers cost the most to serve, or if maybe one product line is actually losing money.
Right. Just the top line.
Exactly. Rich data, multi-directional data, would break that revenue down by product, by customer segment, by region, and crucially, it would factor in the associated costs for each slice. That gives management a truly comprehensive view, so they can shift strategy, maybe focus on higher margin products or optimize logistics for certain areas.
And he didn't just believe this, he acted on it. Developed custom forms for consistent data entry,
Standardizing the inputs.
and fundamentally reformed operations and processes. The goal: transparency, accountability, and cutting down transaction cycle times.
And what's really interesting, I think, is his cross-departmental training philosophy.
Yes. Tell us about that.
He doesn't just train his own finance team, which you'd expect. He extends it across the organization. He actively trains, and this is a quote, staff of all inner departments whose work or data entry eventually lands in accounts.
So people in sales, purchasing, operations?
Presumably, yes. He synchronizes their efforts, their methods, their processes with the accounts department.
Why? What's the benefit?
The benefit is huge. It means his team gets, again quoting, more refined and consistently defined data and documents. This cuts down transaction downtime, avoids all that wastage of time for unnecessary explanations.
Fixing problems before they even start.
Exactly. It's a systemic approach to data quality. Tackling it right at the source, which is always much more effective than just cleaning up messes later on.
That dedication to systems and data quality, it really flows into his achievements, doesn't it? We've talked philosophy, approach.
Right.
Let's get into the tangible impact.
Right, the results.
What were some of the big transformative projects he led?
And these weren't small things. We're talking large-scale implementations, which is even more impressive when you remember he's operating in this multi-country manufacturing setup.
Like the Oracle ERP implementation, for anyone listening who isn't familiar, an ERP system. It's a massive project. It's like rebuilding the company's entire digital nervous system, integrating everything from sales, manufacturing, finance, all into one place.
And he managed the data migration too, from their older systems like Sage, which is often the trickiest part.
Definitely. Then, more recently, in 2023, he designed and implemented full system controls within Oracle for the whole supply chain.
Yeah, covering everything from sale order to cash and purchase order to pay.
That really shows deep functional knowledge of Oracle, especially across different countries, ensuring things are consistent and controlled everywhere.
Absolutely.
Beyond the big systems, the sources talk about major operational wins too. Streamlined operations, and this one stands out, exceptional inventory accuracy, resulting in less than 0.5% variance.
Which is frankly almost unheard of in manufacturing.
How do you even achieve that? What's the secret?
Well, getting under 0.5% variance, it points to incredibly rigorous process design. But more than that, it goes back to his philosophy. Consistent training, buy-in from staff across departments.
The cross-functional training again.
Exactly. When everyone from the warehouse floor to the sales team understands why precise data entry matters and how to do it consistently, that translates directly into real-world accuracy. It avoids write-offs, stockouts, huge cost savings. It's process excellence in action, not just a lucky count.
And he delivered on the financial side too, measurable optimizations.
Yeah, quite a few listed.
Reduced customer defaults by tightening up credit approval processes, negotiated better supplier credit terms.
Which directly cuts interest costs, improves cash flow.
Right. Improve forecasting accuracy by 15%. And then there's the compliance piece overseeing IFRS standards.
International Financial Reporting Standards, yeah.
Local regulations, VAT, corporate tax, even those in-country value or ICV rules, these are solid, tangible results.
It really demonstrates that blend, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Strategic financial planning, tight operational control, and a handle on all the complex compliance stuff.
Okay, so moving beyond the internal workings, let's touch on his external capabilities. Managing financial relationships, capital. This seems like where he really operates at a strategic level.
Absolutely. And these skills are, well, they're critical differentiators for senior leadership, especially for a potential CFO. They directly impact the company's ability to fund itself and its overall financial health.
The sources really highlight his ability to manage and, importantly, continuously build strong relationships with lots of banks.
Not just one or two.
No. And it's not just basic account management. He's cultivated, quote, excellent terms with various banking departments. That includes relationship managers, but also trade heads, cash management teams, even the bank's IT implementation teams.
Wow, that's broad engagement.
It is. How does that kind of deep, multifaceted banking relationship actually benefit a company in practice?
Oh, it's a huge strategic advantage. The summary says it proves invaluable for securing new credit facilities, ensuring smooth renewals, and resolving complex financial and operational issues.
Okay.
Think about it. When you have that established trust and understanding across different parts of the bank, you're not just another customer number.
You have allies inside.
Pretty much. You can navigate challenges much faster, maybe complex international trade finance issues, or optimizing your cash pooling, or even just sorting out a technical problem with payments. It's because you've built that rapport, that credibility. It's about proactively managing your financial ecosystem, not just reacting when there's a fire.
And he combines that relationship skill with real hands-on experience in working capital management.
Yes, the practical side.
He knows how to secure funds for big capital projects. He's skilled at negotiating good terms, both for funded facilities like loans and non-funded ones like guarantees. And crucially, he knows how to use these facilities optimally, keeping exposure low, keeping interest costs minimized, all within the threshold set by management.
Which is particularly impressive given, as you mentioned, the complexity, multi-country, multi-product manufacturing. It's not a simple environment.
Not at all.
So exactly. That combination, the deep banking relationships, plus the very practical, hands-on expertise in navigating working capital, project finance, especially in that complex international setting, that really positions him as a highly effective, very practical CFO type.
It's not just theory.
Not at all. It's proven, applied financial skill that directly hits the bottom line and enables strategic growth.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what we've really seen is quite a remarkable career path, a really seamless progression, actually.
It flows very logically.
From that broad, diverse audit foundation right through to transformative financial leadership within a complex global manufacturer. And underpinning it all is this powerful philosophy about data integrity.
The idea that only rich, accurate data drives good strategy.
Exactly. And this real knack for building strategic relationships, both inside the company and with external partners like banks.
It really ties together nicely. Which leads me to a final thought, perhaps. This raises an important question for you, our listener, to think about. How might a relentless focus on data quality, really doubling down on that, coupled with this knack for cross-functional training, how might that be the unexpected secret to unlocking significant financial and operational leadership opportunities, maybe in any industry, even beyond just pure finance?